Brothers and sisters, welcome to the three-time award-winning audio podcast channel, Duke Loves Rasslin. We are the exclusive home of the Devon and Duke podcast featuring WWE Hall of Famer Devon Dudley. And of course, our flagship interview show, Duke Loves Rasslin. We're bringing you the informative, hilarious, and enjoyable episodes each and every week. Subscribe, like, and share with everyone you know so you don't miss a single episode. Duke Loves Rasslin, available wherever you listen to podcasts, including Spotify. That's right.
Devon and the Duke bring the heat. Wrestling tales knock you off your seat. Tune in now, don't you be late. Wrestling podcast never felt this great. They tell it all, from the highest highs to the lowest fall. Grit and glory tales from the ring. Every chant, every cheer they'll bring. Devon and the Duke bring the heat. Wrestling tales knock you off your seat. Tune in now, don't you be late. Wrestling podcast never felt this great.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back. Welcome back to the three-time award-winning podcast, Devon and the Duke. It is a limited edition series hosted by your main man, Duke Loves Rasslin. And of course, the five-time Hall of Famer, the man who, for some strange reason, has an affinity for that egg-sucking dog, Cody Rhodes, and that Pepsi-drinking freak, CM Punk. I guess no one's perfect, but anyway, he's still our brother and we love him. Devon Dudley. What's going on there, Devon?
I'm good. You know, I just come to realize.
Uh-oh.
You need Jesus.
We all do.
Yeah, but he definitely needs Jesus. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen,
And
I just
then
want to make
Jesus-
sure. Uh-oh. That's your problem right now. That's why we had to have a guest this week, Devon, because you need some help. You know what I mean? I've been wearing you out. See, that's the problem here. You know? But last week we were talking about hot stuff and how that was outlawed in wrestling. But nonetheless, you know, I pulled some strings and I was able to get someone who not only was a continent named after her, not only is she an accomplished NCAA champion gymnast, not only is she a personal trainer, not only was she on late night TV before she decided to become a WWE superstar, she's also hot stuff. The one, the only Ajiea. Welcome to Duke Loves Rasslin. How you doing there?
Hey, thank you so much. It feels good to be here. I'm having a great day.
I'm having a great day too because, you know, Devon threatened me. He said he was going to join up with Cody Rhodes and do his podcast. So like he's trying to kick me to the curb. So Ajiea, I may need to bring you in and move Devon out of here since he wants to be a big shot. What do you think about that?
Yes, of course. Bring me in. Let's do it. I got
Asia,
you.
don't fall for his antics.
My services are open to everyone.
Listen, before we started filming, before we started audio taping, I said the one key word: he needs Jesus. That's all I'm gonna say.
But like I said, we all need Jesus.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
he needs Jesus real bad. Some need Jesus on a lower level. Some need Jesus on a medium, and some might even need him on a high level.
I will
But
be
Duke-
praying for him.
You need to pray real hard.
Oh my God.
We need the
Listen,
Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost to come on in.
to quote the soul stirrers, okay? If I could just touch the hem of his garment, okay? All right, don't get me started now, Devon. Don't think I don't know the hymns now. I know the songs. All right, please. That's right.
You know.
Now, uh-oh.
What song you know?
And mind you, Devon's ordained.
Anybody can look at TikTok and Instagram and get those quotes. That's all
Right.
I'm gonna say. And memorize them.
Oh my God. Well, Asia, why don't you let everybody know? I know I gave a quick rundown of your accolades and your resume, but how do you introduce yourself to the world?
Yes, I am Ajiea Lee Hargrave, 31 years old, number one mommy, fit mommy in the world. But yes, I am a NCAA gymnast, college gymnast in the past, personal trainer, former WWE superstar. I was also, like you mentioned, on Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show. Loved it. Loved that show. So I actually was in Jimmy Fallon club in college. So going to that in 2023 was like a full circle. Like that was one of my top accolades to me that I've ever accomplished. Um, what else? I also, like I said, was a personal trainer, still am. I trained Tiny, if you guys know who T.I. is, the rapper. I trained Tiny. That was amazing because T.I. is one of my all-time favorite rappers. Oh my gosh. And then Tiny is one of my all-time favorite singers. Shout out to her. I also coached her daughter in gymnastics. I'm also a gymnastics coach for 13 years. But yeah, I'm just a child of God, an amazing person, and I just love to be there for people. Oh, I also did home care for 6 years. I love working with the elderly.
Oh, great, great. Because
Yeah.
listen, Devon needs a lot of help. He's been giving me a hard time for a while. I need you to personal train him, teach him some gymnastics moves, and teach him how to stay out of trouble. Can you help me out with that?
I would love to. I can get you right for the ring, Devon. When you ready.
See, come on now, big man.
Let's go.
Don't listen. I had a 33-year career. I enjoyed it. One half of the most decorated tag team in the history of this business. 24 world tag team titles, two-time
Yes.
television title. So I'm
Talk it.
good. I'm done.
No,
Well, we
you're
can
not
just
done.
get you right for life then.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Listen, where do you live?
I'm in Orlando, Florida, but before Orlando, before coming here for the WWE, I was located in Los Angeles, California, and I'm actually moving back there in a month.
Oh man.
Yep, so I'll be in Cali.
See, I'm 45 minutes south of you. I'm near Cocoa.
Oh, let's go. See?
See,
God's will.
see.
Listen, not to mention the wrestling school that I own is right there in Winter Park, which is 2 to 3 minutes away from the performance center.
Oh, dope. I didn't know that. I could be stopping
Yes,
by, getting
come
some
on by.
training in.
Love to have you down there. Come on by.
Yes,
Awesome.
please.
Let's do it.
I need you to go there, Asia, and use your gymnastics moves to set Devon straight because for some reason he has turned on me and aligned himself with people like Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, and I don't know what his problem is.
What?
So we got a problem here with this guy. You know,
What's the
seriously.
problem, Devon?
Come on.
The, the problem is Duke needs help, and that's what people don't seem to understand. Listen, we all acknowledge that he needs Jesus, or everybody needs Jesus every once in a while, but Duke is beyond that. Duke has put himself in positions that he should not have put himself in. He
Mm.
opened up his mouth and expects me to back him up. Well, that's not the case. Listen, I've had to fight and claw my way to the top with Bubba. Bubba has been the mouth of everything, and I had to calm the situation down on many occasions. So let's just say Duke is like the 2.0 of Bubba.
Yeah, Duke, what's your issue with CM Punk and them and Cody Rhodes? What's the issue?
Well. First of all, CM Punk had no business coming off the couch where he was petting his goofy looking dog and playing with his beautiful wife, coming off the couch and waltzing back after taking time off, and he gets a title shot. Sami Zayn was not prepared. Sami Zayn was blindsided, and that's why he lost to that Pepsi drinking freak CM Punk. And then Cody Rhodes, he's a Ric Flair wannabe. He's an egg sucking dog, and that's just the reality of him. So me and Cody, we got a feud going back for years, but Punk, that's kind of a more recent feud. So that's what's going on there. But Asia, I brought you here because I need muscle. I need
Yeah.
somebody who can handle these folks because I'm not a fighter. All right, I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of running away, but I need a fighter who has she's a gymnast. She knows famous people. She's cool with Jimmy Fallon. I need somebody to have my back because Devon is not getting the job done. So that's
So
what this is
basically, you're
all
saying
for.
I look strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I've
Thank
seen your
you.
work. I've seen your work. I'm telling you. Now, how's the ACL? Because I know that you had an injury that was a little bit of a setback there. How is that process going with healing that?
To me, I wouldn't even call it a setback because I came back stronger and better. So usually it takes, typical athletes 7 to 9 months to heal. Let me tell you what God did. He healed me in 3 months. I
Wow.
was flipping back wrestling training, ready to get back in the ring after 3 months. But the thing is, with WWE, you have an mandatory 7 to 9 months out. So I was just, on vacation, not even on vacation. I was in the gym, chilling, getting ready, resting for like 5 months. So 5 months till now, bigger and better.
Hold on, you said there was a 7 to 9 month after you got hurt, you had to be out.
Yes, it's a
Mandatory.
mandatory 7 to 9 months for an ACL tear.
Wow. I mean, things have changed since my days because I mean, we would go in there. The minute that said the doctor said you were cleared, you were good. But again, TKO, just the way things are today, has just changed the whole platform of professional wrestling, how things worked back in the day. People would go in there with one of those shoes on their foot in the ring. If they had surgery or what have you, they would wrestle with that. They would wrestle with a cast on. I mean, it was insane the stuff that we did back then and still got in the ring as hurt as we were. Concussions, you name it, they were in there. But
Right.
we got smarter and we know now that that really wasn't the way to go, that it basically made things a little worse than what they were. So we had to now be smarter in what we're doing and do things like that, like 6 to 8 months, especially for a knee injury or an ACL. Because think about it, we just saw a prime example of that with McGregor getting in the ring at the octagon. Took 2 steps, and basically the injury that he had 5 years ago came back
Hmm.
to haunt him.
Yeah.
And it was sad because everybody was looking forward to that fight, and he took a couple of steps, and it was over. Even all the warm up training in the back pretty much probably is what set it off to where it probably aggravated it. He probably got excited, did something, whatever. But again, when you got titanium bolts and screws in your foot or in your leg, wherever the break was, you know, I don't know. That's a little iffy for me, especially with MMA because you have to kick the way you kick. And we've seen incidents where somebody has kicked somebody and their whole leg is broken. So I know exactly how stuff like that happens and basically how you basically pay for it.
Right. Like back in my gymnastics career, we used to compete with like all types of injuries. But at the end of the day, I believe that they were just looking out, making sure I was 100% before getting back in the ring because that ring be double bouncing.
Oh yeah.
That was new to
That
me.
ring,
That's how it
and
happened.
yeah, and see, and like for instance, you in Japan, that ring doesn't move.
Oh, okay.
There's no spring in it whatsoever. You hit it, it's like hitting a floor with a rug on it a lot of
Ouch.
times. And me and Bubba spent over 20 tours in Japan, and it was always really fun when you go from a WWE ring or a TNA ring, and then all of a sudden you go to Japan and you bump in that ring, and it's like, good God! I mean, it shuts your whole body down.
I
And now
believe
you got to
it.
be on tour for like 2 to 3 weeks straight, and you're wrestling just about 4 to 5 nights a week, and your body's just feeling that punishment.
Right. That's crazy. Shout out to you guys for doing that back in the day because I don't know if I could do that now. Thank God they looked out. Make sure I was good.
Oh, yes. Thank God they did indeed.
Yeah.
Devon, what was the worst injury that you wrestled with? If you could think back throughout your career, because the mandatory time off is so important to make sure you're completely healed and what have you. But like you said, you didn't have that in the past. What was the worst that you had?
Um, yeah, I think it was two. One was Sandman picked. We were in Trenton. We were in Trenton, New Jersey. Sandman picked me up, slammed me. He was looking for a ladder, so he decides to go in the back. He went into some janitor's closet, found the ladder, brought it out to the ring, placed it on my chest, slammed it on my chest. He didn't place it, he slammed it on my chest, and then proceeded to go outside on the apron, then do a tope from the apron into the ring, onto the ladder, onto my chest. And that tore my pec muscle. We were only 5 minutes into the match, and we had a 25-minute match to go.
Wow.
Nothing with my ribs. It tore completely my chest. And
Nothing
we
with
had
your
to wrestle
ribs?
the next night in South Philadelphia at the ECW arena because we were doing a big
Wow.
angle with one of the Japanese superstars, Onita, from the organization called FMW, that basically um, helped really put everything in perspective with ECW, which made ECW. So it was a big angle, and we had to really do that.
Wow. That's crazy. Asia, back in your gymnastic years, what was the worst injury that you had? So this is way before wrestling.
Hmm. I would have to say it might sound, a little weak or whatever, but turf toe. Have you ever had turf toe or do you know what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, like I had torn ligaments on the bottom of my big toe. So like I couldn't even walk. So we used to tape it up and I would still, do double backs, double layouts and have to go to practice and compete and just do my therapy. But turf toe, I would have to say that. I actually didn't get my first like major injury until I got to WWE. I didn't really get injured in my gymnastics career other than that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. I always wonder about that though, because in gymnastics, obviously you're barefoot, you're taped up and what have you. Is it common to have those type of foot injuries and things like that because you're running and jumping and doing all that stuff so much without footwear?
Very common. There was about like 5 girls in my gym that had turf toe just alone. And we were all just, before we started practice, over by the training table, getting taped up. A lot of people had like sprained ankles and like loose ankles, and you just get taped up and you get right to work.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is crazy. Devon, you ever had that before?
No, not really. I might have had something similar to that. I think the closest, and it's not very similar. What it is I tore my Achilles heel, and I
Oh,
know
that's
that's
way different.
yeah, I know
Ouch.
that's way different. And I
Ouch.
was up. Rhino was up on Bubba's shoulders. We were gonna clothesline him through the table, and for me to protect him and to protect myself, I tried to overshoot the table and hit Rhino at the perfect timing. And when I did that, the way I landed trying to protect him, I tore my Achilles heel. We were only 2 minutes. No, we were more than two. We were about 8 minutes into the match, and we still had. It was always 25 or 30 to go. So I had to finish the match and run through that with a torn Achilles heel.
That's one of my biggest fears, tearing my Achilles.
Wow,
Ouch.
I know Jeff Jarrett had said to me, "How the hell did you finish
that's
that
crazy.
match?" I
Yeah.
said it was through the grace of God. I mean, that's how I did it.
Honestly.
And it had to be because there's no way you could run on a torn Achilles heel. But I was able to do it. Um,
Your adrenaline was going.
it had to be going. And Bubba had the unpleasure of pushing me through the airport when we were leaving to go back home. And let's just say, those old people that, never satisfied? Yeah, that was me in that wheelchair. I don't want to go here. I want to sit over there. Push me over there. I made Bubba's life a living hell. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Love Bubba.
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Uh-oh, hold
Yeah.
on a second. You actually saying that publicly now, Asia? You love Bubba?
Yeah, so I was in Evolve, if you guys know Evolve WWE NXT. It was in a spin-off show. I used to see him all the time during like the tapings and everything and used to talk to him all the time. He gave me a lot of encouragement.
Wow, look at that,
Yeah.
Devon. So maybe you're not the baby face anymore, there, Devon.
Well, Bubba has his way of showing his baby face and how he is. And that's cool, but Devon will always be Devon. And as long as I'm a heel to you, that's all that matters, Duke.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You see how this guy is? I'm telling you. Speaking of baby faces, though, folks, back in November, a very serious issue came around where Asia was, she made it public that fans were kind of taking things a little too far and were saying some pretty ridiculous, racist things to her. And this is an accomplished athlete This is a mother. This is a woman who has fought hard throughout her life to provide for her family, going all the way back to when she was younger. This is not somebody who has ever done anything to warrant the type of negativity that was hurled at her consistently online from a subsection of our pro wrestling fandom that is just ridiculous and unacceptable. So Devon and I spoke about it on the show, and thankfully it went viral and brought a lot of awareness to what Asia was going through, and it opened up some discussion about other folks, especially newer people in the wrestling industry and how they're dealing with issues like that. So Asia, I want to back up for a second from your perspective. What was going on, number one, and number two, how did it feel to have somebody, especially like Devon, who's a Hall of Famer, to use his voice and his platform to speak up for you?
Devon, first of all, I want to say thank you because, when I did make that post, surprisingly, like I did have a lot of people that DM'd me, but not a lot of people in the WWE world. So having you have my back, like that meant so much to me. I want to thank you and I appreciate you. Um, but at the time, I was still new to WWE. I was, a couple months in, and I guess like I had just started the show Evolve, and I was doing great in the ring, and I was just like, becoming a not a big star, but just coming up in the WWE world. And I guess they didn't like that. And honestly, coming in contact with that, it went in one ear and out the other because, like I said, I have God, so and I'm protected. So I just feel like people that act that way are some type of insecure, you know, and I don't let it affect me. I've been through so much. I've overcome so much, things that I don't even speak about, things that I have spoke about on my Instagram. For one, I was raped at 5 years old. Overcoming that, I feel like I can overcome anything. So when that did happen, I was just like, for a second it hurt because I was just like, dang, like I thought you guys had my back. I thought the WWE, the fans were, our number one fans. And then I was seeing that and I was just like, wow, like y'all don't like me. But then I was just like, wait, I like me. God likes me. My supporters like me. My fans like me. And I was just like, you know what? I don't know what's going on in their world, but I can't let it affect me. And when I did see his post, I was like, okay, I'm backed up. Thank you, Devon. Like, all right, I'm not the only one going through this, and other people are going through this, and I got through it. But I just pray for those type of people. I don't know what's going on in their life, but they need Jesus. They need Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, they definitely do. I look at it like this. You know, I'm going to defend you and anybody else that has to go through that because I think it's wrong. I think it is injustice. And I think we're at a point in time now in 2026 that we should be able to let that nonsense go. Move on because it's obvious we're not going anywhere.
That part.
We're here. And,
Yes.
my thing is this: the nonsense that goes on behind the scenes that nobody knows about. And then everybody's going to sit there and go, oh, well, they're just playing the race card. Oh, they're just doing it. No, we're not. You're not there. So stop opening up your damn mouth. Things are protected for a reason. And then when you have shows like The Dark Side of the Ring, then all of a sudden the truth comes out. And I was like, oh, they were right. This was said. This was done. And it's like, what the hell? You think we were lying?
Right.
There is no lying in it.
Mm.
So, and just like I brought up the situation with JR, I didn't ask number one to hang the man or to destroy his career, but a question was asked of me and I answered it. It was social media, the people that have no idea, who has never been in the business, never taken a bump, never did anything. They were the ones that took it to another level. Why? Because they got nothing else better to do but to sit in their parents' basement waiting for grandma to come over and give them the apple pie. And other than that, so they sit there and they wait for all of this BS. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, what do I do? Oh, let me take a controversy that's going on right now and make it bigger than what it is. Whether it's the dirt sheet riders, whether it's these fans that I speak about, this is what they do.
Right.
Well
And
said.
they really do be at their moms in the basement, just behind that computer, feeling tough. But
Now, when they see you in person, it's like, oh man, I was a big fan of yours and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I watched you. And because I remember one It was one time we were out at an autograph signing. Bubba was having an argument, or somebody was online on Twitter, and I guess the guy had his real picture up there. So this is maybe 6 months to a year later. We're at an autograph signing, and the guy comes up and says to Bubba exactly what I just said. Hey, I'm a big fan of you guys, and blah blah blah. Can I please take a picture with you, and so forth and so on. It was like it was either a Comic Con or a wrestling show, and I looked at the guy and said, yeah, sure. And I was wondering why Bubba kept looking at him, and he goes, what is your name? And the guy told him, and he goes, have you ever been on social media? I'm a stupid question, but are you on social media a lot? And the guy answered stupidly, well, yes, I do all the time. He goes, I've talked to you once or twice. And why did he say that? And from that point on, Bubba knew who he was. And that was when he freaking belittled him. And like a scared little, mm, Bubba basically got him to the point where he was almost in tears. But yet, behind the computer, he was big
Yeah.
bad Billy Bob.
They
Wow.
definitely act different when they see you in person.
Oh, yeah. But then they get tough. Oh, I don't care. If I see you in person, I'm going to say what I want to say. Okay, then come on. Because then their defense is touch me and I'll sue. But see, and
Right.
then that's another thing that they hide behind. You're going to talk all that crap and you want to try to belittle me and make me look bad in front of people online to make yourself look good. But yet you want to sit there and be scared. The minute I go to grab you, you want to sue me when you were the one that started this mess.
You got to be the bigger person every time.
hmm Times are different. Now, back in the ECW days, if we found you, we beat the crap out of you. That was just the way it was. And that was everybody. Everybody in the locker room did that. I was just talking about this the other day with somebody. It was a different world, a different time back then, where you were able to beat somebody's ass and not be in trouble or what have you. I mean, you couldn't downright kill them or put them in the hospital unless they jumped the railing. But you were able to do stuff like
Did you beat anybody up?
that.
Wait, let's not get you.
Listen, I plead the fifth on the grounds that it might incriminate me. Even the amount of time that it goes away might come back to haunt me. So I choose to reluctantly not answer that question at this point in
Right
time.
answer. Right answer.
Listen,
Yeah.
on my death, listen. Hopefully this never happens. I'm sure everybody has to go through this, but on my deathbed, if you're there, ask me the question, get Duke to get the video going, and I'll admit everything. Because at that point, I don't care. I'm dead.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Asia, we've spent a lot of time repairing Devon's image. He's everyone's favorite dad now. So let's not bring him back to those days when he was
You're
knocking
right. You're
people out in
right.
ECW. Let's stay out of that
He's a
one.
father now.
That's right. That's
Got to
right.
set an example.
But speaking of parenthood, like you said in the beginning, you said you're America's number one fit mommy. Did I hear that right?
To me, yes, and to some of my fans, yes.
So talk to me about that. What does that mean, and what does that mean to you? More importantly.
To me, being a number one fit mommy, I put my daughter first. She was planned, so having her, I wanted to be a part of her life, not just hire a nanny to just watch her. So being able to still be active in the gym in my gymnastics career, being able to even do wrestling with a full time schedule and still be there for my daughter as well, and I just find it, mind you. I did a flip 5 days after I gave birth, stitches still in and all. And I just feel like, I earned that title. I earned it.
Now, Devon.
Wait. I also want to add there's not many people that can do what I can do.
Well, I don't know now. I got to tell you, Asia, Devon can put his legs behind his head legitimately, despite how big he is. He can do some weird stuff there now. Right? Ain't that right, big man?
Well, what you mean I could do some big stuff? What do you mean?
You can be
Oh,
putting
he's flexible.
you putting your leg behind your head, and you over 6 feet tall. I don't even know what to say about that.
Listen, I've been stretching since the beginning days, since my football days. And then, of course, I got with RVD. and he taught me how to really do things, and I have been stretching ever since then. Then when I met Dallas Page, that was it. It took a life of its own. And once I started doing DDP yoga, that set me apart from everything else.
Got it.
Stretching is important.
Got it. Got it. So you said something else though, Asia, that I definitely caught that. You said you were a survivor of sexual abuse. As a
Yes.
mother today, how does that impact the way that you parent, decisions that you make? Should they be allowed to go to sleepovers, things like that? How does that impact the way that you raise your child?
Yeah, we don't do sleepovers at all. I was raped by one of my cousins. So when people are like, "Oh, I never thought he could do that," I don't put anything past anyone. Um, I actually had to go to family reunions and see my cousin years after, the event that happened. And, unfortunately, my family, no one reported it. They all acted like it never happened. So that type of strength and confidence, all my people ask me, where do I get my confidence from? I get it from that. I had to see my rapist and play with him like nothing happened. And so I don't play about my daughter. Like I said, she's number one. We don't do sleepovers. I don't bring her around men. Um, yeah, I don't play about that. I don't put myself in positions, don't put her in positions that can happen.
Mhm. You know what, Asia? I agree with you 100%. Duke could tell you I'm extremely protective of my girls. I was protective of my sons, even the ones that are in the wrestling business, and I'm still protected of them. But my girls, even more. I'm with you. I don't allow sleepovers. No, you can't go with that guy to the store. No, you can't do none of that. You go with your father or you go with your mother.
Yeah.
That's it.
Even family, she's only around my parents, my brother, and her dad. That's about it. Like she
Mm.
sees family, but staying over at anyone's house, it's a definite no. Not even if I can stay over. I'd rather just come to my house. My house can be the fun house.
Deep.
Exactly.
That's deep. That's deep. It's interesting because you know, Asia, you're a lot younger than Devon and I, but Devon and I are both products of the '80s. Devon grew up in the projects. Um, I grew up in a neighborhood that was pretty active. A lot of gang activity and what have you. This was the crack era. This was the era of Bloods and Crips starting to become something and taking the entire country by storm. So there was a lot of violence and unfortunately and what have you that we had to overcome. And I know that you come from humble beginnings as well. How important
Yes.
is it for you to set a positive example for others who come from humble beginnings their own selves? Because looking at you and all the things you've accomplished, despite the fact that so much you've had to go through, it's really fascinating to see you on this side here because the statistics say we're not supposed to be where we are, and
Mhm.
yet looking at Devon, looking at myself, looking at you, it's like, wow, this is incredible how much we've all had to overcome. But for you in particular, how important is it for you to show by example that you don't have to be defined by where you come from?
It is very important to me. My number one thing that I want to show people is that no matter what you've been through, no matter where you come from, no matter what you're going through, that you can beat all the odds, all the stereotypes, and become exactly what you want to become. No matter what, like we used to sleep on the street in cars and shelters. I grew up in, I don't know if you heard of Reading, Pennsylvania. It's like a mini Philadelphia. It's like a mini hood.
Yeah.
The crime
Oh
in
yeah.
Reading is actually worse than Philadelphia if you look at the statistics. But that is a big example that I want to show people is that no matter what anyone says, how your future is supposed to end up, you get to choose your future.
Yep,
Deep.
absolutely. And I know Reading very well, ECW. That was an old ECW stomping ground. So you're absolutely right about that. I do remember that place.
Yeah,
Wow.
WWE actually used to host events at my brother. We have different dads, so they used to host events at their establishments in Reading, Pennsylvania. So that was a full circle. That was awesome. I saw pictures of like my brother's uncles and some of my coaches that coach me today, black and white pictures of them. So that was awesome to see.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
man.
deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
So where are we at today, Asia? I know that you now that the WWE, You're taking a break from that, but you got so many other things going on, including being America's number one fit mommy. Uh, what's on the agenda going forward in the immediate
Yeah,
future?
I'm not gonna lie. I've never been the type to announce my next move. I love people to just follow the journey and see what I do next. But I will say, I'm in the gym, I'm active, I'm putting my daughter first. And I do have some upcoming events. Like I said, I'm moving back to California. I have some upcoming events hosting workout shops in different stores like Nike, Adidas, Aerie. Um, I don't even want to give a hint onto what I have, but just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Well, how can everyone follow you so they can know when your next move is happening?
Yes, you guys can follow me on my Instagram. It is asia.lee, AJIEA.LEE. And you can also follow my TikTok. It's Asia Lee with no period in the middle. I usually keep you guys updated on my stories or through my posts, but mainly my stories. But I'm going to be posting more on my page on what I have upcoming next. I'm going to be dropping little hints. But I would love for you guys to stay connected and, keep up on my journey.
Love it.
Well, I'm letting you
Love it.
know right now. I'm following you right now on Instagram.
Yay!
So
Let's go.
you got me following you. So that's good.
That's right.
Awesome.
That's
Now
right.
I also
I'm
And
see
already
and
some.
following you. I've been following you.
Have you really?
Yeah, since the incident with racism since
Wait a minute. Wait
last
a minute.
year.
What is your? Because I'm on the one that Duke sent me, which is Asia.Lee.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, you're not following me.
Well, I was, and then you weren't following me back, so I unfollowed. My feelings got
yeah,
Wow.
the
hurt.
truth comes out.
Wow. Wow. I was like, you're not following me. I had no
I
idea.
was
And
for
that's
a
the and that's the
while.
and that's the thing. I don't know when a lot of people follow me. Like I've had people when I was in NXT follow me, and I didn't know until like 2 or 3 years later that they were following me. Had no idea because
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
what happens with me is I will go on there, I'll go through the glass thing, you go and see other people's posts and stuff, and I just go and get amused and see this stuff, but I don't go to see who's following me. That little heart thing or whatever you call it on the side, it lets you know the comments that are being said before you go on the actual picture and click on. I just go on the picture. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you like it, you like it. If I wouldn't know if you didn't. I wouldn't know you liked it or made a comment unless I saw it on the actual picture.
Okay, I respect it. And plus, you're a father, so you get distracted. It's all right. I
Listen,
won't hold it against you.
how many kids you got?
I got one 6-year-old.
Listen, you got six to catch up to me.
Oh, whoa, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
yeah.
seven. So you got a whole school to go through. Listen, I got a basketball team and on my way to doing an outfield for the Yankees. So
That's right.
Got you. I
That's right.
just followed you back, though. I just followed you back.
you see now this is good. So see now this is
Now
a
we're locked in.
listen. This is a relationship that cannot be broken. That has to be good, and that means that when the time comes, you need to get rid of my friend on the other side. If he decides to get in the ring and get
Hey,
embarrassed by Cody Rhodes, you got to get rid of him because if not, everybody that he touches or endorses basically gets beat up, and Cody Rhodes is one of them.
take it
Uh-oh.
easy. Take
About
it
to set
easy.
me up.
Take it easy here. Don't scare her off
Come on
now.
now,
This
Duke.
is my friend. Asia's my homegirl. You over here trying to start trouble here, Devon.
That's the homie. What you about to do? You about to set me up?
Listen,
Dang.
I'm telling you, he's gonna set you up, so you just better be careful.
I'm
Man,
prepared.
don't
Just in
worry.
case.
Listen, Devon, just so you know, Asia knows Oba. She knows Omas. I've already worked it out. We're gonna make sure that you get straightened out by Asia's friends since you don't know how to act.
Hold on,
So stay
you
tuned
keep
for that.
Whoa,
hold
not
on,
putting me in the
hold
middle.
on. You keep forgetting that Oba used to come to my school and work out. You also keep forgetting that Amos used to come to the dojo, and he was too damn big. I said, "Listen, I can't afford to keep repairing my rings with your big ass. So you can get in the ring, but just take a little bump. Don't take a big bump because your ass is too damn big to be bumping in my ring."
He is the sweetest.
He is the greatest guy in the world,
Unbelievable.
but man, he make Big Show look small.
As you
Wow.
should.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. That's big.
Yeah, it
Well,
is.
listen, Asia Hargrove, you are always welcome here on Devon and the Duke. In fact, the next time you would make your big announcement, definitely give me a call. Let's get you back on the show to talk about it. We want to continue to support you and encourage you because you're somebody that has proven, again, we are not defined by where we're from, and we can set the example, a positive example for so many others to follow there. So we appreciate you and we support you.
Thank you. And
Yes.
I appreciate you guys for having me here. And
And
also, it's Asia Hargrave.
Hargrave,
ah,
Asia
Yeah, come
Hargrave.
on,
I'll
great.
Duke.
make sure I
You
edit
just
that.
fucking
I'll
up my
make
Also,
sure
whole
I edit
name,
that.
my whole
You
government.
see that? You see that, Devon? I'm
see
about
what
to
I
get beat
mean?
up
You
by
see?
Asia now.
See, listen,
We're
that's
supposed
not,
to be
hold on.
homies.
That's not a bad thing though. The girl is
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
and
Well,
talented. So you can honestly say you
listen.
got beat up by her. So
Yeah, she could be all
But
that,
yes,
but I
thank you
can't
for
be getting
having
beat up
me.
by. I can't get beat up by a damn gymnast now. Like Jesus Christ, we're adding up too many people on the list here. Jeez, come on, man.
listen, by the time she
You
gets
know?
done with you, you'll be able to put your leg behind your head. Just saying, she'll be turning you into
I got you.
she'll turn you into a pretzel. I ain't worried about it.
Put you in a whole
Unbelievable.
headlock, take you over.
Exactly. And she
Oh
knows how
my
to
God.
wrestle. Also, also
Unbelievable.
my daughter is actually starting gymnastics today over here where I live.
Yay!
And
I love that for her.
she goes Tuesday and Wednesdays to the wrestling school. Sometimes Wednesday, but she's definitely there on Tuesdays. If you ever want to stop by on Tuesdays and give her some pointers, that'll be great.
I would love to. How old is she?
She is 7, going on 37.
I would love to. You know what? Tomorrow's Tuesday, right?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
I'm stopping by tomorrow.
All right, yeah. So we're right at there. We're right on Forsyth Road, 2720 Forsyth Road, Unit 318, Building C. So you make the left into the complex, go to the go to the first building you see, make a right, and go all the way down after that. And we're
Okay,
right
so I have a
there.
little bit of ADHD. Do you mind DMing that to me?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah, we'll send that to you.
absolutely. You
Okay.
We'll
sound like
send that
me.
to you. Don't worry. I was just
Okay.
thinking
I
that. I'm
got
like, come on now, Diva.
2027. That's
We'll
Unit
get it
E
to you.
Look, it
2027.
took me
Left
5 years
turn.
it took me 5 years to remember that. So I definitely understand what you're saying. But no, she
Yeah.
loves it, and I'm putting her in it, and it's just, man, that'd be great if you can give her some pointers and tell her to stick with it and give her the encouragement, because she has a little bit of self low esteem, because when she doesn't do it the first time good, she's ready to quit. She's ready to give up. And I tell her
Perfectionist.
all the time, yes, and I tell her all the time, I said, listen, your father wasn't good at wrestling. Now look at your dad. And she goes, yeah,
Right.
but you lost your last match. I go, Talia, that
Oh
is
God.
not what I'm trying to say. She goes,
She's
but
on your
dad,
head.
yo, she's got me. She was like, you lost your last match and now you said you're not coming back. I said, for different reasons, Talia, for different reasons. Not because I lost. I said, your father's getting too old to get in that ring and do all of that anymore. I said, not to mention your dad's body's beat up. She's like, yeah, but still, dad, you stopped wrestling. That's all she saw is I stopped wrestling. So to have somebody like you come down there and give us some help and some pointers, that'd be great.
I would love to. What is her name again? I don't think you
Yep,
mentioned her name.
Talia.
Talia. Got her.
Talia.
I would love to. Definitely. Love to
Yes.
inspire the youth. That's my thing.
Oh, I love your Instagram. I love the stuff that you got on here. And I also love how you went to, I guess it is 7-Eleven, and you got the gulp and you put the raspberry cooler, the 5 hour
Yeah.
energy. How was that?
hmm Fun. I'm actually sponsored by 5 Hours. So shout out to them. I love me some 5 Hour energy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I drink 5 hour energy all the time. I love
Oh,
five
yeah?
hour energy.
We'll look out for the
Absolutely
next
love it.
post. I have another one posting this week.
Okay, good, good. If you can get me on the sponsorship with 5 hour energy, tell them I'll push them. I'll do everything I got to do.
Got you. Got you.
I love
Just
it.
Duke
I love
can't
it.
be a part of it,
Oh my
We're
God.
locked in now.
because Duke will start talking about Cody Rhodes, that egg sucking, what have you. He'll start talking about CM Punk. I ain't got time for all of that.
You got to let them be
Oh,
great.
Exactly.
oh my God. Asia, I thought you had to go. You got to go, Asia. We're about to kick you
But
out
I'm
here.
having such
Look
a
at
great
this.
time. But yeah,
Yes,
but it's okay.
yes. Yeah, because you got one more minute, so you got to
Exactly. We
get
got to
out of
use
here
it
and do
up.
that. Yep, absolutely. Listen, take care, and thank you so much for being a part of the Duke and Devon
Thank you so
show.
much. I appreciate it. Now we're finally locked in. I
Thank you,
love
Asia.
this.
That's right. All right. Take care.
Have a good one.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Now, Devon, you and I, we're going to straighten something out in front of our wonderful audience here because how dare you turn that lady against me? Now she's going to beat me up too. You done added her to the list of all the folks who they got to take a number now because they want to hem me up. This is your fault.
You know what? You should be thanking me that she wants to beat you up. That's
Oh,
all I'm gonna
okay.
say.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I need.
Yeah,
You know, she
yeah.
was she's one
Hold
of the
on.
top.
I helped you actually.
Oh yeah, you helped me so much. That's all I need.
Oh,
She was
I
one of the
helped you.
top NCAA gymnasts in the entire NCAA. Do you understand what she could do? My God,
Oh, I get it.
I'll tell you.
And you'll go with a smile on your face.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
with
all
a
I'm gonna
black
say.
eye. Yeah, that's all I
Hey,
need.
listen.
Anyway,
Some sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If it's a black guy,
oh my
listen.
God,
If listen, that's like me saying if you turn Janet Jackson on me and she wanted to beat me up, go ahead and beat me up, hit me in the eye. I can go around telling people I got a black eye from Janet Jackson. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I love me
listen,
some
I
Janet.
can't. I can't take it like you, man. You're the one that's the big tough wrestler. I'm just listen. I'm just the guy on the microphone.
Listen,
I can't handle it
I'm
like you.
old now.
All right.
I can't do that no more. I'm old now. I can't do that no more.
Uh huh.
I'd rather
Uh
not
huh.
take the beating anymore. I can't do it.
Unbelievable. Well, anyway, listen, congratulations. You went viral again. We know that this is a weekly occurrence, but it's certainly something to celebrate because to be able to carve yourself out in the news cycle on a consistent basis, that just shows that you connect with the audience out there and the things that you say spark deeper discussion and conversation there. So last week, we talked about Sheamus and his agent, Tony Khan targeting his agent and giving him a hard time, what have you, and you saying that that's something that people should pay attention to because that's unusual. It's not something that you came across too often in your career. And the agent, Nick LaPiccolo, wanted me to let you know that he loves you and he appreciates you giving him a shout out and being so positive about him. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's great. I don't look, whatever beef is going on between talent and owner, or in this position, the promoter, then of course we get an agent to try to, you know, um, to try to, weather the storm on that. But, threatening or making somebody feel uncomfortable, just because you're actually trying to discuss business, I never understood that. If business doesn't go the right way, we lead to stuff like that. That's stupid. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it
And
just goes to
so,
show.
and I just want to say,
Go
so
ahead.
when you ask the question, what do I think about it? Well, if he's basically happy that we talked about it and we might have gotten somewhere with it, then our job is done because that was the intention. To get it out there to stop this nonsense. When is all of this going to stop? I mean, every time you turn around, there's something going on with whatever generation it is. It's like people don't follow protocol, and then we wonder why so many times that we want to go back to the old school way of doing things because at least there was respect back then. There's no respect now. There's just no respect.
Well said. Well said. Nicola Piccolo, we got your back, brother. It's ridiculous the kind of stuff that you've had to go through. Um, I don't like it. Tony Khan, you need to grow up. You need to focus on what matters and stop playing these weird games, trying to control people. I got people in media who have told me directly that Tony Khan has threatened them, and they have no reason to lie about that. So this is a person who wants to control things. And it's ridiculous because you have so many talented people in that company and so many people naturally want to support you. There is no reason for you to be so nasty towards folks. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as
It
that.
all coming back to bite you in one way, shape, or form.
It sure does. It sure does. We all can joke around. We all can have our moments where maybe we lose our cool and what have you. But a consistent theme, unfortunately, is that Tony has that side to him where it's pretty rough and it's cold and it's unnecessary. You don't take a Hall of Famer and make him sit around all day in the back when you're supposed to meet with him. That's just embarrassing. There's nothing professional
That
about that.
shit will never happen again. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. You
I'd
know,
rather go back to the post
uh,
office before I let that happen.
yeah, that's ridiculous. You let a guy get away with that one time, and that's enough. That's enough of that foolishness. Baron Corbin has returned to the WWE. How do you feel about that?
I didn't see it. I heard about it, but I didn't see it. I think it's great. I didn't know Baron that well in terms of his knowledge of the business until I started listening to him on Busted Open. And there I kind of, heard him talk and heard him say certain things about certain matches and storylines. And I got to know that Corbin is very, very much aware of how this stuff works. So I think it's a great asset for him to return back. Um, and to definitely maybe help the WWE, get those numbers up and get the houses up. Um, it's just I think the company needs as much help as they possibly can have with people that can help the younger talent start to get over, as opposed to a select a few that are already over. Like Roman and the Usos, guys like that were already over, but yet these other guys who need more help. I think Corbin is definitely a good person to have in there to do that. And anybody from the Attitude Era, not me, but anybody from the Attitude Era that could still go and go in there and help those guys, I think would be great. The WWE, let me retract that. The WWF, when I was growing up and watching the show, I used to see guys from the 60s and 70s come in and help out some of the future superstars for the 80s. And they did. I remember Big Sweet Hansen. I remember him coming in there and helping out. I remember seeing him, and a lot of you won't remember who he is. He was a big, big man that basically worked for Vince Sr. and worked a lot around other different territories. And his last stint before he passed away, before he got sick and died and passed away, he was in the WWF. And he was doing stuff there, helping out the younger talent. So many guys like Buddy Rogers, when his career was almost done and he was, on his way out, he basically helped a lot of guys. I remember he managed Snooker against that great feud between Snooker and Albano, where Rogers, took him under his wing and became his manager and did what he did. There's so many guys from yesterday that helped out the guys in the 80s. There's so many guys in the 80s that helped out the 90s. Now, who are we going to get to help these group of guys out? Whether you use them as managers or if they can still go, let them go in the ring. Let them help them out. But I think it's a sad case that this generation has no one to do that for them. And if Corbin is one of those guys that can go in there and do it and step up to the plate, then God bless him.
Well said. Well said. And you're absolutely right. I mean, geez, I don't care what job you have, those that came before you have so much institutional knowledge. It is crazy to not tap into that.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely insane. So you need
You
those guys.
know,
And a guy like Baron Corbin beat Kurt Angle in a match. Why would you not
right.
have that guy in the company?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
I
that was
think he
under
had,
that was under the Vince
yeah,
McMahon era, but still.
yeah, still, he beat Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's last match. That's not a person that you just let go. He has too much invested in him that you put in. And clearly, like you said, when you hear him talk about the business, the guy knows a lot. You know what's interesting about him too? Baron Corbin knows a lot about steak. in grilling and whiskey and as a person, as a human being, forget about characters or anything like that. He's a cool guy. He's like a really,
Hmm.
really cool guy. You got to find something for people like that to do, man, because they're going to create positive atmosphere and positive leadership as opposed to the other side where you got people getting into trouble, doing things they ain't supposed to do. And unfortunately, the folks coming up are learning from that example. You don't want that. You know what I
And
mean?
I don't know if you noticed,
Oh,
but he's also a former boxing champion.
yeah, he is. That's true. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah. And he has a beautiful wife who, if I'm not mistaken, she's Latina as well. So
Yes, she
the guy is
is.
well rounded. The guy is well rounded,
Hmm.
man. He's got a lot of positive things going on about him, and he's a former NFL
Baron
player.
has it all.
Like,
Yep.
jeez, give me a
His
break.
credentials are
So
very, very high.
yeah, impressive, impressive. So shout out to Baron Corbin. How cool was that to have Asia on the show, though? What a nice young lady she is, huh?
She really is. She's definitely somebody, she's 31 years old. My son is single, and I told him, I said, you need to find you a good girl. I said, that if he was on the show, I said, that's the girl I would like you to be with. That's the girl I think
Wow,
has everything in order. She has all her ducks in order. She's smart. She's sophisticated. She's everything. That's what I like to find for my son.
that is high praise. My goodness, wow. Asia, I hope your ears are ringing right now because Devon is putting you way over. He wants you part
Oh,
of the family,
absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
You
I
know.
can see what I gotta do with my son. I gotta talk to him and say,
I was gonna.
listen, man, I know this girl used to be in WWE. She used to be a gymnast and everything. I think you two would be the perfect match for each other.
Listen, but she'll
See
beat
what he
him up if he
says.
ain't if he don't act right. So he better watch himself. She'll
Well,
hurt him now.
then I definitely want her
Okay,
part of the family because he needs his ass kicked from time to time. So that's all I'm gonna say.
unbelievable. I don't mean to embarrass you now, there, T. But you see how your father is now. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Hey, if I
I'm not
can't,
gonna
if
say
I'm not
which one
around,
it
I
is.
can't do it to watch him. I'm just saying,
That's
if I can't
right.
watch him full 24/7, she can. If she
She
sees he's
can
out of control, whoop it, whoop it. But what did Trick Williams say? Whoop that trick, whoop him.
with that trick. Oh my God, Trick Williams. Listen, every week he keeps getting bigger and bigger. All right. At this point, Devon, since you're afraid of Oba, will you actually get in the ring with Trick? Because I think that would be an interesting matchup there between you and him.
Listen, I wouldn't even get in the ring with Tazawa anymore.
Oh no.
Okay, I wouldn't get in the ring with the ring announcer, let alone get in the ring with anybody like Trick Oba. Anybody, I am done. And I just, there's no need for me to be in there anymore. Now, you want to go to Saudi Arabia? That's a different story. Go to Saudi, Devon might come out of retirement if the money's right. But as far as in the United States goes, I'm done. There's no reason for me to come back. Listen, I've said this before. You're not going to be able to get any bigger than what we did at Bound for Glory. And we had
Yeah.
people crying, pulling out their heartstrings and all of that. And because of that, anything else would defeat the purpose. So although you would want to see me get beat up very bad, which I know you do, especially if it wasn't by Asia, it'd be like by Trick or Oba or Gunter or even Brock. Uh-uh. You're not trapping me in that trap. I already know what you're about, Duke. Remember that.
I keep trying, man. You're not slipping on the banana peel like I need you to. I keep trying though.
No.
I keep
You
trying.
mean I'm not gonna fall for the
We'll
banana in
see.
the tailpipe?
That's it. That's it. That's exactly it. Anyway, real quick, Moana, the live action version of Moana, starring your good friend The Rock. It just hit movie theaters. It's the number one movie in America right now. Are you going to be taking the girls to go see that?
Yeah, you know what? I will. I knew it came out. I haven't really heard the girls talk about it, so it didn't never entered my mind about bringing them. But I could definitely see if they would want to go see it. I think they will. It's animated. What kid wouldn't want to go see an animated movie that's already hitting on social media big and is getting over? So yeah, I think I will go take them.
Well, here's the caveat though. Now the original is animated. This is not animated. This is actually human beings. So The
Then
Rock
that's even better.
is in it. He's in it and he's wearing a wig. He's got long flowing hair down to his shoulders.
Yeah, but wasn't he like that in Scorpion King?
He was. That's exactly it. This is
Yeah.
similar to that in the hairstyle. Long flowing shoulder length hair. I actually did see it. You know, my lady and I, we checked it out and we had a ball. It is such a good movie. It is such a feel good movie. But what I love the most about it, it really got into the culture of Pacific Islanders, and I loved that. It was an education. You know what I mean? It's so many people take offense to seeing other people's cultures being celebrated, and I could never understand that because every time I'm introduced to something that I'm not used to or as familiar with, it gives me an opportunity to learn something. And certainly Moana, that was definitely a learning experience.
I'll be honest with you. To me, that's just racism at its best. And I say that and understand where I'm coming from. A lot of racism comes from when you don't understand a culture that's in front of you,
Mhm.
that you see all the time. You don't get it, you don't understand it. So if you don't understand it, you're scared of it. Things are made up that aren't true about that culture. And next thing you know, it blows up to a whole story, something that isn't even true. So that's where a lot of that comes from. Not understanding the
You're
culture,
absolutely right.
not understanding the people. And it's taught.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
taught.
It's sick. It's sick. There's no other way to describe it. It's sick. And
Hmm.
I'm glad that, you know, people like us, we go out of our way to overcome that. I mean, this show is a cultural show. When you and I talk about music and TV shows and movies and make references to the way that we grew up, we're expressing our culture and we're sharing that with our audience. You know, so we got to continue to be the example, man. And I think it's wonderful that we get to do that every week. It's working. So definitely shout out to everybody out there. No matter where you're from in the world, we appreciate you and we celebrate you 100%. All right,
Absolutely.
D-Bon, what's the best way everyone can keep up with you? Because you got such a crazy schedule. The Devon's World Tour. Aren't you going back to Canada soon?
Yes, I'm going to be in Canada. Actually, I'm pulling it up right now. So I'm going to be in Canada. Um, 30, 335 Church Street, Ontario, Canada, at the Vic Johnson Community Center. I'm going to be signing autographs there. And then I'm going to another place. Hold on Sunday, July 19th at the North Simcoe Sports Center, 527 Linself Boulevard, Mainland, Ontario. So I'll be there signing autographs as well this weekend. So I'll be there, and I'm just basically all over the place right now. And, the thing about it is, I just want to, even though I'm not active in pro wrestling, so to speak, I'm still want to keep myself making money, have my hands in every little thing I possibly can have, and that's what I'm doing. So I'll be pushing that. Also, we have the wrestling show coming up on August 15th, and we're excited about that. And we just basically want to make that a huge success, just like we did the first show, and we're gonna have stars there and coming out and support and all of that. Mojo Riley, who is a huge supporter of the show, basically put in their coconut water and everything. Um, he basically gave us a whole bunch of water that he's sponsoring from his brand, and the people in the locker room loved it, and we're very excited about having more of that. So that's one of the things I'm excited about it too, because I never got a chance to drink any of that coconut water. I wanted some, but the talent in the back drank before I can even taste it. But that was good. And Mojo was a huge supporter of the DDA. wrestling show, and I'm excited again to say that we're doing it again on August 15th. So come on out, show your love and support. You can go to Devon Dudley on Instagram and get all the information for that show. Get your tickets now while we're still going. I'm also gonna be
Well,
in your neck of the woods. I'm gonna be in Boston at the big ass event at Kowloon's restaurant. So I'm excited about that. And hopefully we can get some things ironed out and maybe, just maybe, that we can actually meet up for once. Last time I was in Boston, you didn't meet up with me, but let's see if we can do it this time. So it's going to be August 9th at 1 p.m. at Kowloon's Restaurant at the Big Ass Extreme Bash. And that's going to be hosted by Brian Hawkins and Zach Ryder. So come on down and show your love and support. You're going to see me, Bubba, and Spike, all three Dudleys in one place, signing autographs for you, the fans. We're also going to have merchandise on sale as well. The great 8x10s we're going to have. So we're going to have all of that. You can also see me on X. That is Twitter. If you don't know what X is, and if you're living under a rock and you still don't know what X is, it's formerly known as Twitter. I have a Twitter handle on Testify Devon. Everything is pretty much Testify Devon, except for my Facebook fans. I have to say, there's a lot of you guys that might hear it from here, or you guys searching or what have you. I don't have fans on my private Facebook. It's just my closest friends and family. That's it. Because there are a lot of pictures and things like that that I don't want out there in the public, and I have to keep it as private as I can. But I want my friends, my close personal friends and family to see it. So forgive me, but I have other things like Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, to be able to do that.
well said. And listen, I plan on being at Kowloon, so don't you worry, Mr. Devon. I'm going to be at Kowloon, and I'm going to make sure, okay, that I bring something special for you to welcome you to Boston the right way. So stay tuned, folks. Devon's big surprise is coming. He doesn't know if he should be terrified or if he should be happy. So we'll have to wait and see what that is.
Coming from you, you just never know.
I would give you the biggest endorsement you ever had, boy. What you know what that
bet
means.
You will. That means I'm in trouble, Jack.
That's right. As always, folks, Duke Loves Rasslin on Facebook, on X, Duke Loves Rasslin at gmail.com. Let me know what you think of the show, all that good stuff. We have the tall ships in town this week in Boston, and it's been awesome. I'm going to send you some photos, Devon, so you can see. It's been fantastic, man, to see those things. We're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. And, here in Boston, we drove out those damn British through the T in the harbor, and we let them know, man, there will be no kings around here. So, my word of the week is just a reminder. We are the United States of America. We have a constitution. We honor that constitution. But we are also, and we always will be, a nation of immigrants. Every single one of us, our ancestors came from somewhere else, and we all came together to make this country what it is today. So again, do not let our differences divide us. Let our differences be the reason that brings us together, because we all bring something differently to the table, including Devon. He brings his ability to turn on me and get a lovely guest who is an NCAA champion. She knows T.I. She knows Tiny from Escape. You remember the group Escape?
And she knows
She
Devon.
knows Tiny. What's that?
And she knows
What's that?
Devon.
And she knows Devon, and me and her have been cool for a while. I have no idea how you got this woman agreeing to kick my ass now. I'm just telling you, brother, you have a special gift of turning on your people. Now I understand Bubba a little better now. No wonder, okay? I'm going to say that. No wonder Bubba gives you a hard time, because look at what you did to me today.
Boy, I can't wait until Cody and CM Punk get their hands on you.
Is that your word of the week?
Listen, that's my word of the week. Sit back, relax, eat that popcorn, and enjoy.
Oh my God! No testify. I plead a fifth, Your Honor. No testify.
Strictly for the culture every day. Step in style in your unique way. Patterns and colors so defined. All about the perfect line. Be yourself, let your spirit fly. In this fashion, you'll touch the sky. Strictly for the culture, brand so fine. Dress to impress and show your shine. Strictly for the culture, every day. Step in style in your unique way.
Visit www.strictlyfortheculture.ca.
Backstage whispers and the crowds roar. From matching giants to legends of yore. Devon's wisdom and Duke's keen view. Every episode feels like it's brand new. Devon and Duke bring the heat. Wrestling tales knock you off your seat. Tune in now, don't you be late. Wrestling podcast never fails.